There we go. Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another freaking live stream. I'm your host Morgan Ozpin, and today we're gonna be freaking making some thumbnail art on this stream. Now, originally I wanted this to be like a continuation of our Blender Donut live stream, but I think I'm gonna postpone that for a little bit. I don't wanna have this be an alteration between me making games and me making a donut all the time here. So I want some, yeah, I'm making a donut on Blender right now. I want there to be a little bit of some very varied content in my channel. So we are gonna be so I figured, okay, I wanna do some other stuff in my channel, like, you know, play some games and do a lot of stuff. But the problem is that I don't have a lot of thumbnails or thumbnail art in my possession that I can use for all of my freaking thumbnail or for my freaking video and live stream ideas. So I could just, you know, maybe work on it offline and, you know, just just patiently or in a boring way just draw a bunch of myself doing various poses. Or I can just make content out of that, and you know, just show you guys how I make my thumbnail art on YouTube. So if you guys don't know, I'm the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit when it comes to everything that I do in my channel. That includes all the thumbnails that you are seeing on both my main channel and my second channel, and I don't know. I'm not really. I don't call myself like the best thumbnail artist, nor am I even like the best artist in general. But I try I at least try my best to at least make a bunch of stuff here in freaking good not Godot, freaking let's say Blender Godot, and I remembered, oh, I'm not freaking using those programs in this stream. But I do a lot of like all these like simple drawings here in freaking KRITA here. And holy crap, did I forget that I have this animation project that I've postponed for a very long time. But yeah, I also drew this. I'm not really the best thumbnail artist, or the best concept artist, or any artist at all. I mean, look at this freaking perspective thing, perspective drawing I did of myself. That looks way out of proportion. It kind of goes into the same quality of work as that one free-run drawing of her looking up into the sky. But I also did like some of the concept art for some of my 3D and 2D VTuber models here. Damn. Okay. And I also once used KRITA for pixel art, but I moved on to Pixelorama for that when making thumbnail art, not thumbnail art, pixel art, because I just think that again there are better tools out there for me when it comes to making pixel art. And yeah, just made a bunch of all these stuff here, and we're gonna be making a new version of me, I guess, on this stream. So let me just make a new. Can have it maybe go. We'll go for a landscape this time. We'll go for a landscape drawing. And through here, we will be making myself in this canvas. So before we do that, I want to move on to Firefox here, because I want to get some reference images that I can use to for my freaking work here. So one of the live stream ideas that I have in mind is to maybe do like a playthrough of a racing game I found on Edge.io, and I'm thinking of finding one that kind of fits my idea of what a race car driver would do when he poses for the camera. Is there one wherein he uses the Formula 1 race car? Formula 1, the F1 race car. Okay, there we go. let me see. A F1 race car driver in car pose. I have this like idea of what I want. Okay. Okay, so I kind of want something like this. But a bit of his face is covering it. I want a good image of someone sitting inside a race inside the F1 race car. Okay, maybe that's a good idea of how this works. But I also wanted to do a Actually, this is actually almost what I want myself to look like. So I guess we'll get this image here. What else? Well, I guess while we're at it, we'll also get some. This is AI there. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh yeah, that is an AI generated image. Oh my god, what is this Shell logo right here? Alright, we're gonna skip all of the AI generated ones because frick, it's hard to distinguish what's AI and what's not nowadays. And, okay, this is definitely AI. I know this is freaking AI. This has to be AI. Yeah, this looks like it could be in a Unreal game or something. Okay, we'll get this image here. This feels like a real image, so we'll get this. We will save this image as a reference under my art references folder here. Call it F1 Racer, and then okay, now I want like a good, because I want myself to wear like a standard F1 racing gear here. I guess this is the good. Marlboro. Okay, this was like a good reference, so I'm gonna get this as well. F1 racer gear design. Alright, so we get all that. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Okay, so if you guys are wondering why I am planning on doing like a racing game in the future, it's because I am, I am currently trying to get a driver's license for myself, and I thought it would be really funny if I try to practice getting a driver's license by playing a freaking racing game that includes me drifting around the freaking in the freaking Japanese mountain roads or something. Doing a lot of these sick tricks with my car as I try to pass through a bunch of other people driving their cars at max speed. So anyway, so just create to sort of just get a reference image here. All I have to do is wait, you guys are seeing this, right? Okay. Gotta make sure I am gotta make sure that you guys can see all of the windows in my screen here. Okay, so let's see. I need my... Where's my race car? F1, there we go. Can I select two of these? Okay, I can only get one. Alright, there we go. And then let's get an image here. I don't know, let's get another reference here. Maybe we can have, yeah, this one. Alright, I'll put this right here. And just to be sure that I'm drawing this correctly, I'm gonna also... How do F1 drivers set evolution of the weird F1 seating position? Okay, I'm pretty sure this AI. Who the frick puts an F1 race car inside a finely furnished living room? Unless that's maybe, I don't know, a bunk bed that he designed or something. Oh, this is cool. A freaking Lego F1 race car. Okay, let me go find an F1 race car here. Let's see. I guess this is a good idea. Or I didn't even know that they have like this little overhead projection where the drivers sit. What's that used for though? That doesn't seem like it's protecting anything. It doesn't have a windshield and stuff. But okay, we will get sure, we'll get a high quality one right here. This looks good. Alright, I'm gonna get this. Save image as a F1 race car. Alright, and we'll get it into freaking... Okay, so a majority of what I'll be drawing is basically this guy, but I'm gonna get all these other reference image here just to have some ideas of how my design would look like. So let's see, let's get this one right here. Alright, there we go. But we'll use this one for the majority of the time. Okay, so oh, and I guess we should also get myself here. Let's see. Let's get Mini-Me up in here. Where is Mini-Me? There we go. Alright. Okay, so this is me. This is me. Hey, it's me. It's freaking me. I'm gonna put myself over here. Now, unlike my other thumbnail art, I won't be wearing my freaking coat and shit for this one. I'm gonna try to draw myself with this like design, I guess. Or I guess we'll leave all those logos around and replace it with some of my bootleg logos that I might use for myself. So, with that being said, let's just go and let's see. I will delete this layer. Why does it only consist of a dot? We'll get this, and we will get... Okay, so for outlining, I usually use the good old pencil tool, or pencil brush of KRITA here. And I guess what we'll do first is we'll try to... First draw my freaking big ass head. Okay, so keep in mind guys, I'm not a good drawer and shit. You might just we might end up with a wimpy kid quality of a drawing here. But let me see. I'm gonna go start outlining my shit here. Okay. Okay, let me just draw my... Actually, wait. Let me just make a cross here. Like this. And I guess we will try to get... that, and no, that's not how it usually works. I think it's like this, yeah. And I heard there's like this. I followed the suggestion where you need to draw a circle, somewhat like this. Something like, I don't know, like something like this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, but let me try to see what I can do here. Yeah, I guess. We try to draw a head. And yeah, we get this. Alright. I'm gonna erase some parts of this. Like that. And we erase a little bit of this as well. Alright. Alright. Let me see. I'm gonna go also try and draw a chin like this. Alright. Maybe I'll make this a bit thinner like that, and then I don't know, we'll do this. There we go. Okay. So let's draw my body now. So I guess in this perspective, his shoulder is somewhat bigger, or maybe something like this. This could work. And we'll just make this like a big fat cube for now, like this. And you'll draw myself like this. Okay. All right. And let me see. Now I have a little bit of a strap here, so I guess we should also draw the straps as well. All right. Over here. I might need to make my shoulder a bit bigger here, so I think I might have to actually. There we go. Extend it a little bit. Like that. Alright. Okay. I might disregard the whole helmet shit here. Alright, so let me see. Alright, so there's a little bit of a... Okay. Alright, then something like this with you see like oh my god, this is gonna suck. We aren't gonna expect, I don't expect anything from this, but let's see what we can get here. Actually, don't even know if this is like the right aspect ratio that I should be working with, but let's see. Okay, so next thing, we need to draw the all the parts that make this look. There we go. Okay, then this one. Then yeah, there we go. Then there is the extension right here. Something like just like this then. Oh my god, this is... I may have accidentally went for like a very with a very low FOV here, I think. Wherein things seems to like shrink at around this point, I think. Okay. Alright, what else does this car have? I guess there's the... Okay. Let me try to get the tail. I think the tail is like visible in this shot as well. Let's see. I guess something like this, then this, then I think it's just it's just a rectangle, so we just need to do this, or no, it's like I think it's a bit more straightened out. I got another layer up in here. Something like this, right? Oh my god. All right. Okay, that could work. Alright, let me try to draw some more details, I guess, here. Okay, and I guess we can also try to make the ears here. Then the see how does my freaking hair work? Yeah, I guess my hair could like okay. Could like do this, then like I guess like that. Let me make my outline a bit smoother here. Okay. Something like that. I don't know. Then there is my freaking smudge of a mark on my left, no, right cheek, I mean. Alright, something like that. I guess that would work. Alright, let me try to maybe modify a little bit of the pose here. It's been like this could work. I'm not sure. Alright, and then let's try to maybe put some of the much needed. I guess that's covering a little bit of the. So let me make. Let's see, it has like a. It's really covering the neck here, so we need to make a cylinder underneath my face like this. Yep, like that. And then what else is there? Like a. Okay, so there's like this little thing that goes like this. And then what else is there? Then it goes down like this. Let me go ahead and erase some of these like little things right here. There we go. Maybe it would be best if it's a very hard way to. If I were to do it right here, let's see. Yeah, now it looks like I am drifting a little bit. Unlike with that other pose, it looks very. It's a very weak pose of me just like putting my arm, extending my arm straight to make people think I'm driving. But with this pose here, it now looks like I am sort of drifting a little bit. me see. Let me just make sure my thing is here, like that. Okay. Now I don't think an F1 race car actually drifts, but you know, I am a work of fiction. We're gonna we're gonna stretch reality here a little bit just to make things fun for us. All right. Let me try. Maybe try it this way. Maybe instead of this way, we do it. Do it this way. Nope. Nope. Okay. And let me see. Let me make my outlines a bit more clearer here. Yeah, I know my hands suck, but let's just work with this for now. Like so. Like that. And then I seem to have a very neutral face here, so I think we need to go for like a very, let's see, I need my eyes to go, you know, like freaking like that, you know. So yeah, because I have a very neutral expression here for some reason. What a very neutral expression. Like you know, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna shade this like very dark. Then I need my freaking. Right, there we go. I don't know. I think my nose is all over the place now. Oh my god. Like something like this, then this needs to go a little bit higher, like this. Hmm. Right. I think it's because my proportions are off a little bit. I just noticed that like I think my head is so big in my VTuber model here, so I think I might have to actually select all of my face right here. Make it a bit bigger, like... Okay, that's way too big. Like that maybe? And I guess I need to lift my there we go. I think a part of my neck should be showing a little bit. Because it does look like I am being too stressed out here, so I think like... Yeah, that looks better. Then, I don't know. It's a new thing. I'll try to test this out, but let me see if this can work with some teeth on my guy. And yes, I know we're going for like the freaking bean mouth trope here, but yeah, that works. Let me... That works, I guess. I don't know. Why does this? I don't know why. This reminds me of what this one animator that I used to watch back then. Infamous Swoosh. It looks like Infamous Swoosh for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. But it looks like Infamous Swoosh for some reason. Okay. I'm not liking the lack of freaking shoulder width here. Okay, maybe if I were to... Yeah, that looks much better. There we go. That actually looks like somewhat my proportions here. Let me just try to make a belt here again. Alright, that's good. And I guess I don't need this part here. I think like that. Let's see. Okay, that's good. Let me try to include the steering wheel here. Let's see if that could sort of make this look much better. I know this would look much better, but we'll see. Or yeah, we'll go for maybe a solid one like this, then a little bit of intrusion over here, then we add this. This is gonna represent my hand. And I guess if I'm from this perspective, my thumb would be facing. Let's see if I'm holding it this. Okay, that's my left arm. I'm holding it this way. Yeah, my thumb would be somewhat here, like that. Yeah. All right. And then, all right, let's now add some logos to my little uniform here. So let's see. Excuse me. So let's go with the infamous triangle sign that I sometimes use for my transition, which is just, you know, wait, how does the... Okay, wait. Let me do a quick transition in my OBS here. Okay, so it's like... It's on... Okay, that... If you see my A, it kind of looks like this, right? Something like that, yeah. And then... Okay, I'll include another one on my other patch here. Okay, like this. Add a border to it. And we will add the wavy O of my logo, like that. Yeah. And then I don't know what else I can put into my... Okay, so there are other, like, what are some other things that kind of makes me here? Oh, and I guess I also have these other logos in my bag strap, so let's just make another patch here. Let's have this be, I don't know, the... Oh yeah, I also have the spiral thing here, so I'll add my spiral design to here, like that, yeah. And then there's also... Yeah, I do actually have a lot of spirals in my design now that I'm looking at it from here. Okay, but for my chest patterns, I guess we can also include let's see. It'll include my good old-fashioned joystick logo here. That's in my bag right here. What else? Okay, I need another long one right here. I really, and I guess we'll just write my name. I'm I'm running out of ideas here, so I'll just write M O O. I'll just extend this a little bit, like this. Not that this whole thing will be in my final design, but R G A N, like that. There we go. Okay. What else? Put your country's flag in your freaking race gear? Okay. I'm not feeling very patriotic right now, considering what's happening recently in the Philippines. But all right, let's go with something else. Maybe we can go for my. I'll try to make a cube, I guess. Let's see. Put it over here. Oh, we can make a monkey. We can make the monkey one. Let's see. Okay, let's get like a half a monkey right here. Yeah, something like that. And anything else? Okay, I think that's it. Guess we'll try to make this a bit rougher around the edges, like something like that. Yeah. Okay. And then let's try to also put some design elements on the frickin' seat belt here. Let's see, we need to make a something like this. Then we need something like this, yeah. That frick. Can I? Okay. Can I move? Oh my god. Alright, so there's like something like this going over it. And it goes like this. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but okay. Like that. And then let's try to erase it. This is hard to draw. Why is this hard to draw? Hmm. But yeah, we just do all of this. Make another belt buckle like this, and yeah, that's it, I guess. And I guess there's also like this little overhang right here with a square, something like this. I don't know what I'm doing. And what is this? More straps? Oh god. Okay, maybe for this other side we'll just keep it simple. You will draw 2 rectangles like this. And that's pretty much how it looks. Okay, what else? Okay, let's design the outer vehicle, I guess. Let's see, let's add my spirals. Like this. I know, I'm just throwing out some ideas here. And like, okay, this is like slightly slanted, but let's do it like this. Like that. What else? There are also some other stuff in the side here. Yeah, maybe I'll just draw like a rectangle like this. It's slightly going further away as I move it like that. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, and this like slightly moves this way, I guess. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Then I don't know, for the back, I'll go for a basic, I don't know, a basic triangle. It's just my freaking thumbnail art anyway, so I'm gonna make it too detailed, so like that. Okay, so that's me. Let's put this all under one group. I'll call this outline, and or a draft. What's a draft? We'll call this other layer here the outline. Okay. And what we'll do on this other drawing is we will switch our brush to a solid black one here. Make this slightly less opaque. And let's start drawing a hard edge. Okay, something like this. Okay. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be, I guess, one of my ugly drawings, I guess, but we'll push through with this thing here. Oh, that looks that looks weird for some reason. Let me see how that looks. Ugh. Yeah. Ew. What is this? Okay. Alright, this is definitely not one of my finest works, but we will keep going, I guess. And I don't know. This looks weird. Oh wait. Okay, I guess we need to also nice. Okay. Yeah, This is definitely not my finest work. Then again, though, I think most of what carries my art is how I would distribute the thickness of my line. So let's just see how this goes. Nice, alright. Oops. Too thick. Alright. And then okay, here's the fun part, I guess. That made my hand here a bit too big. Let's see, like this, and okay, so I know freaking these guys wear gloves, so we can go for some. We can get away with some sausage hands here for the time being. Like that. Okay. Yeah, that works. Something like that, yeah. And since this is like getting nearer to the camera view, we need this to extend something like this. And then okay, since I'm a guy, let's go. Let's try to add some more sharp angles to my form here. Like this, maybe? Yeah, something like that. Alright. Then let's add my markings over to here. Okay. Right, that works. Then let's add my triangle. Something like this, yeah. Alright, I love my thick outlines here, but let's try to make them less thick for now. We'll think of the outline thickness once we finish everything here. Okay, that's good. Alright. Then... okay, this guy's holding it in this reference image, but I think for my for my way of doing things, I think what I'll do is I will let me see. Let's see, so I'm gonna make it something like this. Okay, now that kind of looks like he's holding it here. Yeah, it looks like he's holding it. I think I extended it too fast. Too far. Ah. So let's see. Let me try it this way. Okay, and then set my. I'm gonna adjust my foam here a little bit. Yeah, freaking. I mean, something like that. I don't know. Okay, but maybe we can maybe make this bitch. I need my foam is I think too wide here. We gotta go for like some monsters versus aliens foams here, like that. Yeah, yeah, that works. I guess that works. All right, cool. All right, next is this, then this. Okay, so if you guys don't know, most of my artworks that I do for my thumbnails are inspired by Big Nate and other newspaper comics I used to read back in the day. But just recently, I played this game called Croaking Around on stream, and it does that game took some art elements from those old newspaper comics as well, and I'm thinking of maybe trying to adopt those onto my artwork as well. Things like, you know, like Kirby dots are something that I'm now putting into my artwork, as well as playing around with colors. That's also something I want to do with my art. And shapes. In fact, I feel like my head here is a bit too basic of a shape right here. Yeah, let me go with this, and actually let me make a like something like that. Then Something like that. Okay, and then we make like a rectangle like this. Then add something like this to it. Man, what a confusing shape, holy shit. This line seems off. Then there's this other latch? What? Like here? What is this? What is this doing in a seatbelt? Okay, we'll do this. We will do this. Do this. We'll do this, and voila. 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 Then, I don't know, I guess the seatbelt continues from here. Like this. Yeah, that looks like a proper seatbelt clip now. There we go. Okay, good. We got that fixed. Right now, it's this. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Okay, nice. Make a little circle right there. There we go. I look really cramped in this photo. I look really cramped. I feel like I'm cramped up in this photo. So I guess we will try to extend this a little bit. Yeah, I'll extend this a little bit like that, like this. Okay. Alright. Oh, I just realized I forgot to freaking include my horns here. Holy shit. Okay. I keep on forgetting that I'm not human, I guess. Okay. Maybe something like this, then that. Alright, it's good. Let's add one more over here. Okay, I think this needs to be a bit longer. Like that, yeah. Good work, keep going. Hey, thanks, bro. I'm not usually a guy that draws a bunch of stuff in KRITA, but I'm usually the guy that makes a bunch of stuff in Blender. Like 3D models, animations. But at least try to make some good shit here in KRITA for thumbnail stuff. All right. Okay, there we go. Oh, is my thing moving here? Okay. It's my moving on my other screen here. Okay, so that's my self here that I've drawn. Let me make a few bits of details here. Okay, maybe like that. There we go. And let's make go. Nice. Alright. Alright, that's me. Doing my this is me when I finally get my driver's license. And what else? Alright, let's draw a bunch of other stuff here. I'm gonna put this in a separate layer. Okay, let's call this the character outline. And for the separate layer, we will call this the car outline, which I don't know would be, I don't know if this would look good, but we'll definitely try make it look good. There we go. Okay, so follow the perspective here. Alright, now there's this protrusion over to here. That, and guess this one. What even is happening here? Okay. And I guess I'll add it. We'll also add this right here. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's make this bits. Let's make the lines here more confident. So. Let's see. Okay. Keep this as low as possible, maybe like this. No, like that. Like that, yeah. Then this. This. Ah, fuck. I have no idea how cars work, but this is gonna be how we are going for. Actually, let me see. Maybe like this? I'm not sure. Make this smaller, like that. Make this like that. Yeah, maybe. Okay, this is where my perspective now kind of breaks. Okay, now this is just me estimating how this car would look like if I were to be driving it. Is it like this? I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is gonna be it's gonna be a rough one right here. Okay, but let's try to see like this. Then let's get like another line up over to here. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Alright, let's put up the draft one more time. Just want to see how this connects to each other. Hmm. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, okay. I think that looks much better here. I just have to like get rid of this extension on my tail. Something like this. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And we can maybe break up the line here a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Hmm. Alright, then let's see. So yeah, it's already looking really good with this perspective, but let's see. Right, I noticed that there are also some of these edge loops here. So what I'll do is try and get those like that. Do it for here as well. Alright, nice. I have all of this free space here. So we can add like a little bit of a thing like, I don't know, like that maybe? I don't know, that it's supposed to be like some kind of overhang over here, I think, but I can't seem to replicate it. But anyway, yeah, this is it. Let's make a new layer here. And what we'll do for this next layer is we will now try to polish up some of our lines here, starting with my outer form here. I guess while we're at it, we should also Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Right. I love my thick outlines. It really puts into perspective like all of the things you want to focus in your view. So in this case, oh, I forgot to add like a little bit of a line over there. Hello, Simon. What's up? I am drawing myself right now for some thumbnail art I want to make for my future streams. I'll be doing like a racing let's play at some point, so that's why I'm drawing myself in a race car right now. Yeah, it's cool. Alright, that's good. Alright, now for the parts of my vehicle here. Okay, there we go. Also be thicker. Maybe this part like that, and that's like kind of all of these stuff here. Okay, cool. Now let's add some shadow to this. Like this, and before we continue, I'm just gonna go and turn off my electric fan here. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna save my project here to let's see, thumbnails and stream assets. I'm gonna call this Morgan Racing, I guess. Oh no, wait, I need to save this in the XCF files. Wait, there we go. All right, there we go. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, looking really good. Oh, I forget my freaking. Where's my cheek mark? There we go. I debated to myself whether I should keep the cheek mark or not when I was making my final VTuber model. Then I figured, okay, maybe I should just keep it because it's like paying homage to like a stickman figure that used to be a common thing in my channel. So we're keeping it that way, right? Let me test something out. This is work if I were to. No, I think I like it myself without the eyebrows, I guess. Okay. Alright, nice. So now other places where I guess you can make one right here. That's oh wait. And maybe this is a bit of a test. I'm gonna make this a shadow test. I'll make parts of this image black, so this includes all of this right here. Then we'll keep maybe like some parts of this. Like that. No, we. go. Right. Okay. Looking mighty fine here. Let me make a few more things. Right. There we go. Again, maybe like a few. Let's see, like here. There we go. Yep, that works. All right. Nice. Now I don't usually paint any of the backgrounds here because I usually want this to be a transparent background, but just for funsies, let's make a new layer here. Call it background. Right, save the document. And we'll go with like a, I don't know, make a bunch of streaks like this. I don't know, maybe like that. Okay, maybe it doesn't look good because I haven't applied any color yet, but let's first maybe make some color here. Okay, now this is where I think my art piece will sort of fall apart because because usually these outlines only work if it's like black and white, but once I add color, it just looks kind of weird now. So let's see if this works. Let's first make this is just color out all of the things you want to color. Something like this. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. We got this. All right. Let me do something. Let me test something out first. Let me make this. Let me make this white. Actually, we'll make this white first. Yeah, something like that. And we will go ahead and we will make this. Okay, so I'm turning on the, I'm locking the transparency so that when I start painting stuff here, it won't paint the transparent stuff like that. So, alright, first off, let's paint up my head. Something like this. We'll make this white, like that. What else? Let's paint the hair. Alright, not gonna lie guys, I think this is one of my better artworks that I've made. Not that I'm saying I'm a good artist for it, but it's, I guess it just goes to show that I'm getting better at drawing myself for some reason. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. There. Okay. Anyway, we'll add some compositing and some shadows and lighting when we get to it. But for now, got this. Got this. I guess we still have time to like open up Pixie Editor after this, and I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I've figured out while testing around that program. Alright, there we go. Alright. Okay. So, for my race suits, I guess we can go for red, because that's basically what both the reference image and myself are colored as. Alright, let me just outline all of this. Yep, there we go. Seat belts. We'll go for black or gray for this one. Yeah, I'll just steal a little bit of my gray and from my image here. Like that. Alright. Okay, then let's maybe make seatbelt stuff here. I definitely don't know how to draw this. Alright. Alright. I guess we can also make our hands gray as well for this one. Okay. All right. So, let's put some green highlights into my thing here. Like this. Down, put it over here. Put this here. Okay. I guess we can try to go for the same old color scheme when making all of my patches here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's starting to lose a little bit of its form the more I... Okay, wait. Let's get this and... Okay. Okay. Huh? Go. Alright, let's go for a red F1 racer here, since you know I already have the color. I somehow already have the color scheme for necessary to make an F1 race car here. But let's make it like a lot more saturated than usual. Okay, maybe not too saturated. Yeah, maybe like that. Now this kind of gives me Akira vibes for some reason. Okay. Let's get... paint these up like that. Get this. Actually, for these ones, I think I might have to change it to like a, I don't know, more saturated yellow. Maybe like this. No, it's too much. Maybe. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay, nice. All right. Alright, there we go. Now, I don't know. We'll go with we'll get the background here. We will change it to pure ass white. Okay. Whew, alright. Oh my god. Let's see, right. Can we change the... Let's see, adjust. Colors. Color adjustment curves. Let's see. About less. Okay, that looks more cartoonish, which I kind of like. Let's bring down the blue, the green, I mean. Okay. No, I guess that works. Let's see. Then for me, let me check. Let me try to adjust the colors. Maybe this is a rough way I usually change my colors, but it does kind of the job, I guess, for most of my work. Let's see. No. Maybe like this, then. Oh, I like the. Huh. You know, it's so easy to kind of go for that old comic art style, but just increasing the lightness a little bit of your colors here. Yeah, wow. The heck? Okay, how about I duplicate my colors here. And then let's filter. Okay, that works for me. Alright, then let's maybe add some lighting to this. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Alright, I think that'll be it for my outlines and stuff. Okay. Now let's do some compositing in Pixie Editor here. So before that, let's just export this, save this as an artwork, or yeah, I'll save this as an artwork under my artworks tab. Where's my artworks tab? Right here. Right. Wait. Yeah, I'll put here. Let's see. PNGs. Morgan Racing. Yeah, there we go. And then we get another copy of this, but with just myself and not the background here. Alright, and we will call this put this under art. Thumbnails. Morgan Racing. Alright. Okay, so next we... Oops, wrong one there. We go to... what's it called? Pixie Editor here. Let me first update Steam, I guess. Yeah, majority of my programs are pretty much installed on Steam, just so that I can automatically update them when I open up Steam. So let me just wait for Pixie Editor to open. Okay, for anyone coming in, this is the artwork we just made in freaking KRITA. But now we're moving on to another program here to do some basic compositing. Make this look a bit more closer, nicer to the eye, I guess. Pixie Editor, please open up. Freaking Steam is still updating and shit. Oh my god. Anyway, if you guys haven't heard of Pixie Editor, I highly recommend you try out this program. It's basically just bringing Blender nodes into like a freaking photo editing app like Photoshop, and it's like, it's really cool. I must say. So anyway, let me just go to Pixie Editor here. Oops, I guess I exposed my Steam library here. I don't actually go to go to VR chat anymore, but it's still something I have saved up because I tried it once on stream. But yeah, let me play this. Can you please play? Great. Come on, launch. There we go. Oh my god. Alright. Gonna go to Pixie Editor. We're gonna... I just want to show you like a basic setup you guys can try out just to make your artwork look amazing. So let me open the file here. You'll go to thumbnails and stream assets. And we will get this. Okay. Alright, so now let's see. Let's open up the node editor. Now, the only problem I have with Pixie Editor is that sometimes breaks on me, but let me get an outline right here. With this outline tab, I can sort of turn my artwork that I've just made into like a sticker, I guess. Have this like sort of sticker effect. And how that works is we first have to increase the thickness here. Let's make it thick, like really thick, and let's do that, and yeah, it's working. About 100 maybe. What is that? I said like this little lump over there. But yeah, anyway, we made this now. Maybe we can add more like stuff here. Maybe we can make like a alternate version of this. Have this merge with. This would be the top. This is the bottom. Okay. Then we can also add some filters to this. Let me see. Invert, sepia, shadow. I don't know what these kernel filters do, but it works, I guess. I don't want to add shadows. That it just looks weird when I put it into my artwork here. Okay, now it's glitching on me. I need to let's see. We need to also add a background. What background should I use? Let's see. What are my vectors here? Shape. We have lines. Rectangle. Rectangle is good. Now let's go for just a vector. A vector layer with an ellipse. Maybe. I'm still not an expert when it comes to all the Pixie Editor's features, but I can do like basic node stuff like this. Alright, and then we also need another vector layer. That is just going to be a solid color. Can you plug it right here? No? Okay. Alright, we'll just get a square or a rectangle. Plug it into here. Plug the background here. And plug it down here. Alright. Okay, so So Control C, Control V. Alright, I want this to be the canvas position and size. Oh, sorry, center position should be this one. There we go. That is not where the center is. Why is it like that? Okay, then we just need to add, I guess. Math. And let's see, deep. See, numbers. Separate. Vector. There we go. And combine. Vector. There we go. So get all of these, put them together like this. X will be X, so plugging it there. Y will be attached to here. And we will plug it over here. There we go. Apply this by 2. Nice. Okay. Color, or I guess for this one, fill color. Alright, nice. Okay. C, Control. Okay. Control C, Control V. I guess that works. Let's also include C Control V like that. I don't know. We'll try to go for like, I don't know. You know, like those vaporwave backgrounds that we sometimes see. I'm gonna include another rectangle here. Another rectangle. Place it over here. Its center position is the same as this. We're gonna have a node spaghetti by this point. Okay. Its size is around okay, maybe not that. Let me right. Let's get a combine vector and a separate vector like that. Okay. Alright, so we will attach our center position over here and our Y is good, and we will do a subtract, no add. Let's see, math. Okay, and I'm just gonna rearrange some of these nodes here. This will be over to here, and this element will be on top of everything else here, like that. There we go. That looks like a rising sun. And for the rectangle, where is my this one? That doesn't do anything. Make this like, I don't know, like a beach color, something like, or maybe more red, maybe. Something like, yeah, something like that. And yeah, I think we can also go for an outline here. It's only like 50, I guess. I don't know. Hmm. Alright, there we go. Okay, now fill color. Can we go for gradient? Oh, we could. Okay. So let's see. What could be our... Alright, so... let's change this to 0 and 1. There we go. And then our stop color... will of course be blue. Like that. And our color on the bottom will be like some kind of white, some kind of yellow or orange. Yeah, something like that. And then let's see, our stop position around 0.5 maybe. Yeah, that looks good. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Freaking our artwork right here. Okay, maybe we'll lessen the stroke width here to maybe 10. It looks too noticeable. Okay. Then we will do the same. We'll make another gradient also for the sun. Changes to 0 is to 1. Ah, frick. It crashed. Why did it crash? Launch? Ah, shit, I didn't save my work. Oh, no. I didn't save my work. Freaking Adobe looking. Now, to be fair, this Pixie editor software that I'm using, it's relatively really new, and it's mostly used for pixel art and stuff. But I'm kind of stretching its use here to have it be useful not only for pixel art but also for these little things. Yes, browse autosaves. Saves. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, thank god it's here. Alright, I'm gonna save this. Save as. Let's go to thumbnails. Artworks. No. Thumbnails and stream assets. Alright, XCF files. Call this Vapor Wave Racing. Okay. Okay. And of course, it's gonna crash me once it starts making my files here. Point 5. Alright, nice. And then okay. Let's see, can I get noise up in here? Okay, so the only thing I don't like about this gradient is that it's too clean. And if we're going for like vaporwave stuff, I want there to be like some sort of wave to this. So let me see. Random? They're random or let's see, numbers. Angle. Remap. Remap? No. They need to add a randomized something here or something. Let's see. Can I insert this here? Nope. Okay. Here. Image. Sample image. No. Image. Separate channels. No. Pattern on path. Nope. Numbers. Okay, there's got to be some numbers I can use here. Nope. Angle. Oh, right. Nope. Oh. So what does this do? True. Switch. Let's see. No, I don't think I can do anything with this. It's too clean though. Is there a way to get the UVs and stuff? Or maybe I'm using the wrong software. I must be. I might as well instead use Blender if I really want to get concerned with the UVs. Hmm. Hmm. Random. Okay. Yeah, the problem I have with Pixie Editor right now is that there's no way to randomize my numbers here. To create some noise. They basically have some noise here, but I can't do anything with this. Yeah, I can't do anything with this noise that they have here. Let's see, value, expose value. Let's see, decompose. Gradient. Lerp. Gradient, combine color. Alright, maybe we can stick to this for now. There's really like no way for me to you know, like edit my UVs here so that I can like create like a distortion filter. Actually, you know what? Let me go to this tort. No, there's no distort. Effects. What are in effects though? Oh well, I guess we're gonna be sticking with this one, I guess. Alright, I know it's a very basic background, but I really don't know how to, you know, create that vaporwave look inside of Pixie Editor. I think it would be much better if I were to instead maybe edit the UVs onto, what's it called? in Blender maybe. Maybe Blender would give me a much better use of their node system. But anyway, if I'm only sticking with like 2D software alone, this is like as far as I can go, I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. We made this little character portrait of me here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It's a very not so formal stream we did. Again, I'm not really that big of a 2D artist. I mostly I mostly just touch Krita and Pixie Editor for thumbnail related stuff, and here is, I guess, the result of what we just made with those two programs. So yeah, look forward to like a racing stream at some point. This is gonna be the thumbnail that we will be using for that. So expect some drifting and some freaking high-speed racing in the future. So anyway, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, go wait, actually, nah, go read the book, guys. Bye bye.